Hello people of the web and welcome back to Dragon's Lair. We have a series of updates. Update number 1, I have an enchanting area now. It's very enchanting. Update number 2, we have a cat. Actually we have 2, there's one over there, but we don't talk about that one. This one's the cuter one that sleeps on the bed. That one over there, it's a spare, because, you know, accidents happen. Don't look at me like that. I've been exploring, hence the lumberjack outfit, to get all the different woods, because before we only had oak. Now I've got spruce, which I'm slowly trying to build up on. We've gained saplings for birch, dark oak, and pale oak. So we've expanded how much wood we have significantly. Villagers over here have all been unlocked to accept iron, and that's been my main source of emeralds, allowing me to get a full set of diamond tools. I've even enchanted some of them. And I have a set of diamond armor. I'm just not wearing it because, you know, it looks better on video like this. The iron farm has been a godsend for emeralds because it's been trickling away at giving me iron and therefore emeralds. All the time I've been working on the area, sorting out storage, cutting trees, building up supplies, stuff like that. Except, slight problem, it stopped working. I can't get through here. Yeah, I can, okay. We have one villager, and one villager does not make an iron farm. I need to fix this, and the best way I can think of doing that, to hop down here, shut these trapdoors, hop up here, get out somehow with skill, precision, determination. I want to get villagers in there. We have 2 in boats over that way, so this should be straightforward. I think the reason that I've lost 2 villagers is because yesterday while I was on, I heard a lightning storm. As soon as I heard it, I went to bed, but maybe the lightning storm struck close enough to turn 2 of them into witches, which is a thing that happens sometimes. It's annoying, but it can happen. And helps justify why I made a villager breeder rather than making an iron farm, because replacements are plentiful. Look, they're all over the hillside. Going forwards in this world, I'm going to have some projects that are going to be video exclusive and other things that are going to happen on stream. So if you want to keep up with all of the goodness that happens, you can check VODS on YouTube or try following me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ZactheDragon, and you can not only watch what I'm doing, but you can join in on chat. Love chatting with the community while I'm working on things. Plus, they help me realise what a derp I am and how I should be doing things. Like that. Genius! The zombie is currently out of line of sight from them, so he cannot interact with them, or more importantly, the villagers can't see him, which means they will sleep. And once we've had a night with them sleeping, I can remove those trapdoors or raise them, and then it should produce iron golems. But it's midday, and I need to do something to pass the time. This is one way to pass the time. Gets me supplies I need. Great, now what? I'm even being smart with this decision because I'm holding my pick in my offhand. It's got mending on it. I know, I'm fancy. Oh yeah, that's another update. One of the villagers was offering mending. So I went, sure, I'll take that. If I'm ever going to put mending on, it'd be on this. Efficiency 5, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Mending Pickaxe. I'm set. Thank you very much. Oh, I got a book. Piercing through Flame. I'll take it. It's a nice Brucey bonus. Even if I don't use the enchants. It's a book that I can just unenchant. Power 4 mending bow. See? It's always worth doing that one more. Ah, it's going to be pretty powerful. I'm going to have to mend that next. Once my pick's done, obviously. To activate this farm, we'll remove this. Check on the villagers. All the villagers are asleep. Means if I head down here, they've now refreshed. If I open that, they wake up. They get all panicked. And we get an iron golem. Get me out. Iron farm is working. Now, because the iron is such a useful thing to have plenty of, I actually plan on having 2 or 3 more iron farms over that direction. The reason for that is because I have an eventual mega build design to go over there. And if I can build a couple more iron farms, it gives me a little bit more resilience, so that if one farm goes down, I've still got some iron left, and more stuff to trade, meaning more emeralds, and emeralds can be used for resources. But I'm not going to do that on video. I'm actually needing to head off now because I'm streaming shortly with Witherback. If you want to watch the entire stream, there will be a VOD linked in the description, as always. I've had a productive stream. Actually, I've had 2. You see, Wither joined me for one stream. The amount of times the villagers climb up here and then push each other off, and I get the sound that they're being injured, it's upsetting and also worrying, because I keep thinking every time they take damage, we have a zombie. Nope, just villagers being villagers. Right, we fixed that iron farm over there, and it's been working since, thankfully. Plenty of iron. We also managed to get a couple of horses. This one's mine. So let's take the lead, and we'll take the horse. Empty hand, like this. Over this way is where we built 2 more iron farms. Iron farm number 2, and then up here we have an area I'm working on. In fact, I've started working on a great new build. Doesn't it look magnificent? All right, it's a work in progress. We'll come back to this shortly. And iron farm number 3 is just over there, also producing iron quite nicely. There was a lot of leveling in this area, but there's also a lot of spots that drop down. And rather than filling them in completely, Wither's been helping me cover them up. The covering is probably going to extend over that way, probably as far as the iron farm, and then I'll have to find a way of tapering it in. But for now, I have enough level space that I can work on my stuff. Hang on, let's tie you up over here. I want to work on a well. This is where the well's going. Now, in order to build the well, I need a load of tuff and some oak, which I have plenty of in the place I just left. Yeah, I probably should have thought of that before heading over here. Unless, by some miraculous chance, this is... Nope. Nope. Nope, okay. Building this well was actually the first thing that I decided to do in my new world, and it inspired so many other things that I want to build around the area, but this is the centerpiece of the new world. That's right, this bit of cobblestone. I'm going to need to put down craft. In fact, let's switch these things up because I can have stuff that I actually want on my hotbar, and stuff I don't need can be elsewhere. Tough is what we need for this bottom part of the build. Now this is quite simple. Let's get rid of the middle section first. It's an incredibly basic design, but it's something that just feels right. So this is the surround of the well. What I wanted to do was have stairs leading up to it so you can look in. So just adding that gives you a little bit of a way of stepping up and looking in without being here and having to jump. So the elevation is important. That, and I want to put railings on that block. So boop, boop, and boop. I've done the pedestals on each of the 4 sides, but I'm only doing paths for 2 of them, just because symmetry looks better than not having this here, and I like it. And then we go with some wall blocks, like that. Simple enough. I'm using fence gates to tie them together, so I have an alternating pattern here. And it gives me the opportunity to open them up if I want to fall in the well. Why did the old man fall in the well? Because he couldn't see that well. And because the well needs a roof, we're going to put pillars on the outside. Because you can't have rain falling into the well. It'll get wet. So it needs a little hat. So we're doing these structural supports for a roof. Obviously, stone brick down here, wood up here. The roof is going to be made out of wood. And, of course, it's raining. Did I grab... I did grab a bed! Oh, it's not actually nighttime. It's just dark and wet and miserable. I had to tear all of the wood out and start again because I designed it with spruce wood and I started making it with oak wood. And whilst oak wood kind of works, it's the wrong colour for the roof. So, you know, things need to tie up. I do need a few more of these and we'll head up. Can continue on the roof. I'm using cobble as my scaffolding block. Fancy. Right, we go up here, and this goes across. I wanted to add lots of different heights, so using trapdoors and stairs felt like the best way of doing it. This is not my wheelhouse. I have a lot of shortcomings when it comes to design. However, I'm relatively happy with what I did in creative. I just have to remember what it is without logging on and off of this server and creative. So far, I've managed to stay on this server and just use 2 screenshots. The next bit is kind of complicated, I think. Not complicated at all. I just thought it was because I couldn't tell which was stairs and which was slabs and what height. Now up here, we're using some trapdoors. Is it this? Oh, that's not a trapdoor. This way? Is, which means I need some kind of scaffolding block to go there. Like that. I might have been able to do it from the side. I don't know. I'm not sure. However, it works and takes less time to just do it that way than it does to play around with it and mess it up. Slab there. Break this down. Put a stair against it. And a stair against it, so we've got a little bit of peaking and troughing without being overly complex, and then we need to get down. There's a few odd bits I need to add to it though, just to give a little bit more depth. Equipped with my new iron things, we go with a lantern on the underside of this. As long as no one flips that trapdoor, we're okay. And same over here. And then we need some chains hanging from the ceiling. What I think we need to do though is have this arched up. So if we grab a stair there and a stair there, it feels less severe. Kind of takes the edge off of it. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. That feels too low. I think 1 up. Take this chain off. Hang a cauldron from it. That seems alright. Oh, of course we need a bucket of water. Most people aren't going to look inside the cauldron, but that just feels right. This needs to be dug down and lined. I don't know how far I want to take it. But if we start with, you know what, that bucket of water, that'll be handy here. And I can dig this down knowing I can get back up. That's probably far enough. I could also just keep hold of the water and not drown. Just an idea. The bottom of this well will be changed at some point. But for now, this feels tidy enough. It'll need to be deeper. Not necessarily a lot deeper, just a little bit deeper. But that's a start, and I kind of like where it transitions. Seems reasonable. Close that off, and we're done. I think that looks pretty good. Or I did that well. It does look very odd just sitting in the middle of nowhere. But everything else will be built up around it. I want to work on the path next, which Impish might be able to help me on stream with. And get some things sorted. I saw the hole and I still stepped straight into it. I just came over here to see whether it was working and had the fright of my life as soon as I looked down here and he'd spawned. Plus side, more iron. I'm going to wrap it up here because we've made plenty of progress, and also I ended up doing a stream after that last clip, and lots of things happened, so much that I can't possibly contain it to this episode, so we'll talk about the stuff next episode. Thank you very much. Goodbye.